y'all, it's Katie. Welcome back to From My Vanity and welcome to a Will I Buy It video. We're going to just be going over some new releases that have caught my eye in recent weeks and just chatting about if I think they would be a good purchase for me or not, and just kind of like my thoughts and feelings on the products. This series was started by Samantha March here on YouTube. I always leave her channel link down below. But yeah, my list has been steadily growing and I have been looking forward to sitting down and chatting with you guys about some new releases, so let's hop right into it. Okay, so let's talk about Sugarpill Cosmetics. I know that they recently came out with their Capsule collection, and it honestly wasn't that long ago that they introduced this collection with the, I think it was like the pink capsule, I forget what it's called, but they've already come out with the second palette in this collection, Capsule. I think it's just called Capsule number 2. Yeah, C2. And here's what it looks like. Okay, so the first picture I saw was it closed. So if you can see right here, it was closed and all you saw was the blue, the green, and the mustard, and then 2 more neutral colors. And I was like, ooh, now that's an interesting color story. So I clicked through and I looked to see what the rest of the palette looked like. And not surprisingly, the palette that when it was closed was hiding all the boring shades. So once again, this is another palette. I kind of said the same thing. I'm pretty sure I talked about it, or maybe I just talked about it on Instagram, but the last palette, there was only a couple colors that really stood out to me that were interesting. I think 2, maybe 3. And it's the same story in this one, and I feel like they're the same kind of colors too, the yellow and the green. Since those are the only 2 shades that really stand out to me, I'm like, okay, you don't need it, Katie. You can definitely pass on it. I mean, it's a nice neutral palette with a pop of color, but okay, so this is a new brand to me. It's Lunar Cosmetics. I found them on Twitter and then now I'm following them on Instagram. But they are launching 4 palettes. They're 9-pan palettes. One is purple themed, one is blue themed, one is more yellow, and the other one is more green, though the green does have yellow in it. But anyway, you guys know, I'm sure I don't have to tell you, but the yellow and the green have caught my attention very much so. And honestly, I think if I hadn't grabbed the Neon Drip palette and didn't have those Makeup Revolution palettes to try, I would have bought this. I was so close to buying it because it was only $15 a palette. I really am intrigued on the color story and I'm very curious to see this brand. It's a new to me brand and I finally talked myself out of it just because I have so many palettes right now that I'm trying to get through. So I was like, you know what? If I bought it now, by the time I got around to it, it would kind of be old news. So maybe the next launch that they do will be a better time for me to hop on it, or maybe in another month or 2 if you guys are still interested and I have fewer palettes to go through, then I could check them out. But yeah, the yellow palette I think is the one that grabs me the most. Like these swatches. And that middle shade there, the matte one in the middle, it looks neon and I am so intrigued to see if that's actually neon. And I really like the array from this palette of giving you very bright and light and airy yellow, a neon yellow, but then it also goes all the way down to like an orangey tone color. I feel like the looks I could do with this would be so pretty. And as I'm sitting here talking about it, I feel like I'm talking myself into actually buying it, even though I was just saying that I don't need it and I talk myself out of it, but this is so pretty. It's called Flower Moon. At the moment I've talked myself out of it, but every time I see the swatches for the yellow Flower Moon palette, my resolve weakens. So Stila Cosmetics is coming out with, I think, their Double Dip Suede Shade and Glitter and Glow liquid eyeshadows. I'm not exactly sure. I think they're duos, but they're not attached, but they are magnetizable. So they, from what I understand, they come in sets, but they're not connected, which is kind of nice because I feel like that'd be very long and cumbersome. But do you guys know which one I'm interested in? It is the Mint Julep little line there. I wouldn't get the matte. I just feel like I wouldn't like the cream aspect of it. I just tend to not when it comes to a matte shade. But the glitter side of it, that Mint Julep, looks really pretty. I don't think I'll get any. Maybe if it ever goes on sale, I would pick it up. But at the moment, I think it's fun. I think it's pretty that they're putting these duos together. I feel like cream matte shadows are definitely kind of starting or trying to trend right now. I feel like Huda did one, and then who else has done some? I think Nude Stix has some, and another brand I can't think of right now, but I think it's a neat trend. It's something different, but it's not, I've tried them before and I know that they're just not for me. So it's kind of like if I'm going to do anything, it'll be glitter on the lid or nothing. I'm not going to bother with cream mattes. I like to go a little more intricate with my eye makeup instead of just slapping on one color. So yeah, those are my thoughts on that. But overall, I'm excited to see them expanding on the whole glitter and glow line and kind of adding more to it and adding something new to it. Melt Cosmetics is coming out with a Rust eyeshadow palette. I think this is really cool that they are taking their famous and their much loved Rust stack and putting it into a palette, because that's what they've been into recently. They're really not doing the stacks anymore. At least I feel like the last couple of palettes they've come out with have been actual palettes. And I personally love how Melt designs their palettes. They're very sleek. And if I didn't already have the Rust stack, and if I was really into neutrals, I know I would be all over this. I like those kind of mustardy tones at the end. But for me now, it's just too neutral. I have so many palettes with these shades in it already, and I'm not even into them, so it just wouldn't make sense for me. But I think it's neat. I'm curious how it will sell, because I feel like everyone who loves Melt already has the Rust stack, so it's kind of a repetitive purchase. And I'm also curious to see if what's in the stacks is the same as what's in the palettes, because I have the Rust stack and it is the most buttery, smoothest, creamiest, just gorgeousness when it comes to a shadow. It reminds me of the Menagerie Cosmetics formula. Very thick, very buttery, very pigmented, very smooth. Whereas the Gemini, at least the green side, I guess I don't really remember too much the brown side, but the greens were a lot thinner and drier in consistency. So, and I haven't tried any of Melt's palettes since then, so I'm curious to hear what everyone thinks of the quality. But yeah, I think that's neat that they're kind of putting the stack that they're well known for into a palette form, because it is more popular, but it's a no for me. Okay, so Profusion was on the right track, and then they kind of messed up by making it limited edition. Like, why? But anyway, they came out with a limited edition Neon Festival palette. There are 4 palettes in this collection. One's blue, one's red, one's kind of like a warm toned brown, and one is yellow. And this girl was excited when I first saw it, until someone let me know that it's limited edition. So I was like, oh man, like by the time I got it, if I got it, because reading the Profusion Instagram page, it sounds like they're very limited and going fast, I wouldn't be able to find it. And if I did find it, what's the point of making a video on it, because it's going to be gone in like a couple weeks and no one's going to ever talk about it again, and no one's going to be able to get their hands on it again. So it just kind of seems pointless. But that yellow palette, I forget what the color or what the palette's called, but it's all yellow themed. That looks so pretty, and I was so curious, and I got excited because I was like, ooh, Profusion, you know, bringing out a kind of monochromatic palette in yellow. I am all about it, but I'm not going to be getting it because it's limited edition. I probably wouldn't be able to find it, and if I did, no point in getting it, because I wouldn't be able to share my thoughts with you guys soon enough for you to be able to get it. So that's a bummer. I wish they wouldn't do it so limited edition. Next up, I'm so excited, but Samantha March is doing a collaboration with OFRA Cosmetics. So here's the collection. There's a bronzer, highlighter, and blush duo, and the bronzer and the blush both have a shimmer and matte formula, and then she also has a liquid lipstick, I think that is, and then a gloss. So I am so excited for Samantha. You guys know how much I love Samantha March. She is such a hard-working girl, and I am excited to see that she got another collab with OFRA, and such a neat collection. I'm so excited for her. Congratulations, Samantha. I've already told her, but yeah, that's so exciting for you. She actually reached out and asked if she could have my address, so I am waiting for the PR to get here, and I'll definitely be trying it out and sharing my thoughts with you guys. But yeah, I'm so excited for her, and I'm so sorry for her that she had to cancel her launch party because of everything that's going on, but I really do hope she's able to reschedule it and just kind of have that moment, because this is really super exciting and something definitely to celebrate, even if we all celebrate it remotely as we self-isolate in our little homes and whatnot. I'm still super excited for Samantha, and a big congratulations to her. And as soon as I do get it in the mail, I will be sharing my thoughts with you guys. So yeah, that one is definitely coming to my channel in some form sometime soon. So there's this brand called Peachy Queen. I think it's Shop Peachy Queen Cosmetics. I remember her when she was more of just like a repost channel or a repost Instagram page, and then she switched to makeup. I'm not sure exactly when she started producing makeup and palettes and stuff like that, but she just recently shared that she is launching a Far Out palette, and it is a very fun, vibrant array of the rainbow. I'm not super into like the packaging of the front cover, just because I was never into tie-dye really as a kid, but I guess I'm into tie-dye on my eyes though, because I always like a lot of color on them. But I thought this was really interesting. I don't think I'm gonna get it, but I figured I would talk about it in this video and ask you guys, have you guys tried Peachy Queen Cosmetics? I have not tried anything, and I haven't really heard much about the brand, so one of the reasons I want to bring it up in this video is to just hear your thoughts. If you have any experience with the brand, with their palettes, let me know that in the comments, because I'm very much intrigued by this brand. I was so excited when Menagerie finally showed what was inside of her next palette. The Pastel Pup palette is gorgeous. Like, look at this palette. It's so fun. And I think what I'm most excited for, not only is it pastel, because I kind of want to try pastels, and I know I like Menagerie Cosmetics formula, so I feel like trying pastels from her brand is going to be the best way to go, because I just love her matte formula. But also, I love that she has an all matte palette when it comes to pastels, with just one shimmery kind of iridescent, almost transformative type of topper shade. So I feel like you can get so creative with that, and it just allows for a lot of fun with this palette. I love Menagerie Cosmetics mattes, so I'm excited to see that there are so many mattes in this palette. And I think it's also very interesting, and it gives a lot of creativity for this pastel palette that she also included a black in there. I personally really appreciate that. You guys know I like depth, and if you take that black and mix it with other colors and whatnot, you can really add depth to a look without just kind of going all black. Like, it doesn't have to be that intense. So I cannot wait for this palette to launch. It comes out on the 21st of this month, and I am definitely getting it. I cannot wait to start playing with it. Let me know if you like to see eye swatches, and maybe I'll do that. I definitely prefer swatching matte eyeshadows on my eyes than shimmers. They're just a pain to take off. But yeah, this is going to be a fun palette. Let me know if you want to see eye swatches. I'm definitely going to be doing a 3 looks 1 palette, and yeah, hopefully nothing goes wrong on launch day and I'm able to grab a palette, and if that is the case, then I will definitely be showing it on my channel. Look for this palette on the channel soon. Colourpop is coming out with a Mulan collection. I thought that was kind of neat. I'm personally not crazy about Mulan, just never got into the movie, but I do like the packaging. I think it's really pretty, very pleasing to the eye. It's very fun, and if you're a collector of makeup, or if you like the movie Mulan, then I can totally see you wanting everything from this collection, just because it's so beautiful. Like, even the lip gloss cap has the little etching in it, and the lipstick itself has the etching and the writing on the side of the tube. It's really pretty. Colourpop definitely hit it out of the park when it came to the packaging, but when you're talking about the palette itself, there's nothing in this palette that really catches my eye. It's pretty low-key, so I won't be getting it, but I think it looks like you'll be able to get like a collector's bundle with everything in a little box. I think that's really cool. Yeah, I like everything about the packaging of this collection, and if I bought makeup just for packaging alone, and if I like this movie, I would definitely be getting this just to collect it because it's so beautiful. But since I'm not into the movie and I don't like the colors of the palette, it's an easy pass for me. Colourpop's also coming out with sponges I want to touch on really quick. I don't plan to get any, but I just wanted to say that they have good sponges. I have this one. It's like their original blending sponge, and it's a nice sponge. It reminds me a whole lot of the Beauty Blender, honestly, in the way it feels and stuff. And I personally like this more than the Real Techniques dupe, so that's really nice. It also reminds me of Sigma's sponge as well, but it's great, so I'm excited to see them expanding on it. And from the little bit I've heard of people trying out these sponges, they seem to be getting good reviews. But for now, I don't need any sponges. I have a whole bowl of sponges. If you saw my room tour, there's a whole bowl of sponges. I'm set. So Sugary Cosmetics, this brand is really new to me, but I have been following them for a little while, and I just recently saw them sneak and show this new palette. When is it coming out? I think it might be out already from the way they're talking about it in this post, but it is shaped like a pineapple, which is totally cute. And then when you open it, it's got these little, I don't even know the shape of that, but it just makes me think of like scales for the little pans of it. And it's a very neat array of colors. And if I didn't mind bulky packaging, and if I liked more like cutesy packaging, I think I would get this. I like pineapples. Don't ask me why. I just think they look cute and pretty, and this palette definitely is cute and pretty, but it's so bulky, and the colors inside are just kind of sporadic. Not that they're sporadic, but they're just all kind of all over the place, which isn't a bad thing, but I feel like when I look at this, I have a really hard time coming up with looks. Now, I know I definitely could get looks if I had it in front of me and I had to create it, but it's not a palette that I can look at and easily see the looks I can create. So with kind of all those reasons, I'm going to pass on this, but let me know if you've tried Sugary Cosmetics. They're another brand that's definitely on my radar, and I've been keeping an eye on and kind of waiting for them to come out with something that really grabs me, and then I think I'll try them because I've heard good things about them, but just haven't seen anything that really pushed me to want to purchase from them. But I'd love to hear from you if you have tried the brand. Let me know. Okay, so Fenty Beauty has come out with a couple things I just want to touch on really briefly because I don't plan to get any of them. But she has like a cream collection coming out. It's for cheeks. I think it's blush, yeah, blush and bronzers. I don't like cream products, so not getting any of these, but I feel like everyone's super excited about that. So that's great. If you like cream products, Fenty's coming out with them. But I just saw today they're also coming out with a Match Stick Glow Skin Stick. I'm very confused because I feel like I just got one of these in my Tribe Beauty box, and I didn't even want to open them because I don't know, it just didn't wow me, but I feel like a lot of brands have already done this, so I was a little confused, and maybe they just want to have it available in their line for people who like Fenty Beauty, but I feel like, didn't Milk do this? And what other brand was it that was doing these? Maybe Kaja? It wasn't really a roller, it was like the little paint roller thingy, but anyway, I'm just a little confused for when I saw this post of like, ooh, something new, you can get early access for a product that, one, I feel like most people don't really use anymore. It like wasn't that amazing or groundbreaking. It was just it was so sheer when all the other brands did it. Maybe Fenty's doing something different, but whenever I tried it, I forget which brand I actually tried. I know I tried the Kaja one, but these just tend to be so sheer and almost just like, they look almost just oily, that when you're wearing it with a lot of makeup, it doesn't really make a difference. I feel like this is definitely for the people who don't wear makeup but just want to add something to maybe if they have dry skin. I don't know. I was kind of bummed when I saw this was a new release. Let me know. Maybe I'm just alone in this and thinking that this is kind of an old trend that's died out, and so a little confused that Fenty's kind of bringing out a product for it, but I guess she does have that matchstick line, and I guess that would make sense. I don't know. I was very confused when I saw that. Okay, let's end it with Makeup Maniac Cosmetics. They have a Pastel Treats palette that looks really cute and pretty for $24, 9 pans. I would almost be tempted to get this if I wasn't getting the Menagerie Cosmetics palette. The Menagerie Cosmetics just totally has my eye, not only for the pastel aspect, but you guys know the packaging as well. And this, while it's a cute palette, it just doesn't grab my attention as much as the Pastel Pup does from Menagerie Cosmetics. But I saw it, when I first saw it, I was like, ooh, now that's cute. But yeah, it's just kind of cutesy for me, so it's not something that, the packaging wasn't something I was crazy about, and the colors look very similar to what's going to be in the Pastel Pup, so I don't need both at one time. So this is one I can easily pass on. But let me know if you've tried Makeup Maniac Cosmetics. I feel like they've been on my list to try for a long time, and I just haven't gotten around to it yet. But it's a cute palette. Let me know if you are going to get this or if you've tried anything from them. I'd be curious. Okay, so I'm just going to end the video there. Those are the launches that really grabbed my attention that I've seen in recent weeks and wanted to share with you guys. Let me know down below if there's any new releases that caught your eye that you'd like me to address in future videos. Like I said, I'm not going to do this any, type of regular basis, weekly or anything like that, but every 3-ish weeks maybe. I can't remember when I did the last one, but whenever I feel like there's enough new products that interest me or that caught my attention, I'll sit down and film a little video because it's definitely a much more relaxing video. I don't really have to pre-plan too much. It's kind of just going through products and giving you my initial thoughts just from looking at it. So I do enjoy doing these on occasion just to relax, talk about makeup, and have fun. And goodness knows I needed that this week. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it was a little bit of escapism for you as well. If you did enjoy it, feel free to hit the thumbs up button on your way out. It just helps me out in the whole YouTube algorithm. But yeah, with all that said, thank you guys so very much for watching. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to check out my videos. I really do appreciate it. And just stay safe, and I hope to see you very soon in my next video. Bye guys.